Comments from them, and then we'll open it up for questions.
All right, well, so far it's been a great week. Obviously, there's been some things that have occurred here at Texas A&M with our quarterback position, but, we've had a lot of time to develop these guys, and, we're pretty fired up to get Jake Kubanak out there and watch him go around. I think we got a lot of energy, and I think these kids are pretty fired up to play. So, it's going to be a very tough task. Louisville is one of the top defenses in the country. Very fun to watch, on tape. They do a great job, well coached, and they play very, very hard. Going to be a very tough challenge for us, but, I think our kids are very excited and fired up to get out there and play, so we're looking for the challenge, and, it's been a great week so far in Nashville, so we're pretty fired up to be here.
Now, just say a little bit of the same, and then add a little bit to it in terms of, the preparation. Obviously, we had good preparation in College Station. Our guys are in tune to what we're trying to do. We've had some time, when you look at basically a 15-day schedule where you're practicing, we had some time to get to some things that we would have liked to got to earlier in the season, but because of our personnel, we were unable to do that. So you'll probably see a few things you hadn't saw, not a lot, but just some things that we've done in the past. We just hadn't got to them this year. Again, I couldn't be more pleased with our players in terms of their preparation, in terms of them being into, what we're trying to do, and excited about that. And obviously, man, the great weather. I mean, if we could have done away with the rain, when we got here and seeing 75-degree weather in Nashville, Tennessee in December, that's not quite what you expect, but we really enjoyed it, and hope we'll have great weather tomorrow.
Open it up for questions.
And just a little bit more on Kubanak, how he's responded to all of this and being ushered into the starting.
Yeah, Jake actually has a very unique story. He tore his ACL his junior year of high school, which, now the way recruiting is nowadays, that's a very important year to get recruited is your junior year stats. And so he battled through that, got through his senior year, ended up being a 5A player of the year, ended up taking his team to the state championship game. He ended up then going from there and walking on. He didn't have any scholarship offers, walked on at Oklahoma State. Again, he thought he could play, so he ended up transferring from there and went to Blinn Junior College. And, it's just perseverance is what that kid, if you're going to say a word about him, it's perseverance. And he went out there and played 8 junior college games, threw for over 4,000 yards in his season at Blinn. And he just looking through the stats and just, looking at Damian Ratley and trying to find receivers, we fell upon Jake Kubanak. We knew he'd be a great addition. And the kids came in here. He took I couldn't tell you, I think he took 30 hours of college classes when he was at Blinn in one semester, just so he can be able to be a part of this Aggie football team. So, he's a very intelligent kid. He's motivated, and the thing that I got to give him credit, he prepares like he's going to be the starter since the day he stepped foot on here. So, mentally the kid's ready to play, and I'm looking forward to watch him go out there and have some fun.
Does it help a little bit that the quarterback room's not nearly as crowded as it used to be?
Well, it never really is crowded. Now we're just down to really me and Connor McQueen in there now, and Jake. So, there's not very many kids, but you can be pretty personal with these guys because it's not a very good room. So, another interesting thing about Jake is he went to Oklahoma State for 1 year, and that was Coach Dana Holgerson and I were there for 1 year, and we installed that offense. So he was already familiar with the terminology and how we operated the system. So it's been easy transition for Jake since he's got here. So, obviously there's not very many kids in the room right now, so we get even more one-on-one time.
What is your take, Coach Jake, on what happened that 2 quarterbacks who started this year would both leave before the bowl game?
Oh, those kids, they had their thoughts on what they wanted to do, and they're going to do what they believed is best for them. And, I wish them the best. They're 2 great kids, and, right now I think it's all about Jake Kubanak.
So when they approach you, do you try to talk them out of it at that point, or how do you handle it?
Well, yeah, there's always that. Sometimes kids have their minds already made up, and, you wish the best for it. Some people forget that, they're 18, 19, 20 years old, and, you want to do what's right for them as well and lead them in the right way. And you can only do so much. And, the thing is, you get to recruit a lot of them. We got some good character kids around our quarterback room right now, and Jake Kubanak's ready to roll.
Jake, how big of a challenge is it to get a guy ready that hasn't played all year here in case of the offense for the bowl game?
You know, again, like I was saying, Jake, he's done a great job of preparing since the day he stepped foot on campus. And, you know, again, he's had some similarities from the Oklahoma State offense, so it's been easy to teach the kid. But, you know, he's one of the more experienced guys in my room, if you look at it that way. And he's done a great job. He's been a great teammate, and really, you haven't seen much of a difference. He knows to go out there and how to command the offense, and he understands what we're trying to accomplish. And the only thing that's changed is he's just getting a lot more reps.
Coach Chavis, how do you handle the Louisville offense and the fact that they have the potential, I guess, to play 3 different quarterbacks if they need to?
Yeah, and they're all different, you know, so you got to prepare for a lot. You got to prepare for a guy that really is a drop back passer. You got to prepare for a guy that athletically, he's as good a runner at quarterback as we'll see this year. And then you got to prepare for a guy that can run it, throw it, you know, he reverse passes the whole 9 yards. So you got to prepare, but you know, we won't see anything that we hadn't seen at some point in time in the season. You know, it's just the quarterbacks are different. You know, a lot of times you know may prepare for 2 quarterbacks, but they're very similar. But these quarterbacks are different. You know, there's no question. And like I said, you know, they're going to start number 8, from what I understand, and he's a good runner. You have to account for him every time as a runner, and he can throw the football very well. So, you know, not anything that we hadn't seen.
We have time for one more question.
Coach Chavis, it's been almost a year since you arrived in College Station. What has the past year been like for you with Texas A&M?
Oh, it's been great. I you know, love every minute of it. You know, College Station's a great city to live in. I mean, you're talking about a football town. I mean, it's unreal. You know, the kind of support that the fans, it's unbelievable. And you see that around the SEC, but, you know, I'm telling you, it's no better than, and I made this statement even a couple weeks before, there's not a better venue to play college football than in College Station at Cal Field. And, you know, I'm convinced of that. And, you know, and I go back and I'll just, you know, mention one game. I can mention a lot. But, you know, I think this, you know, I could not hear for 2 weeks after we played Alabama there. I mean, I've never seen fans like that. It's unbelievable. And, you know, certainly we're excited. We got a little bit better defensively. You know, we need to get better. We got to continue to grow. But, you know, I'm excited about being at Texas A&M because I know, and we got to do some things from a recruiting standpoint, but I know we can win championships there.
Gentlemen, thank you very much, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.